In the quiet, unassuming town of Millhaven, nestled deep in the woods, lies a secret long forgotten, a relic of the past, an old radio station, hidden away and shrouded in mystery. Little did a group of friends know, their curiosity would lead them into a nightmare. On a warm summer evening, 5 friends, Sarah, Mark, Jenny, Tom, and Lisa, were hiking through the woods. The sun was setting, casting an orange hue over the landscape when they stumbled upon an overgrown path. Intrigued by the discovery, they decided to follow it, their laughter and chatter filling the air. The path led them deeper into the forest, the trees growing denser and the air cooler. After what felt like an eternity, they found themselves standing before an old, dilapidated building. It was an abandoned radio station, long forgotten by time. The sight of it, with its broken windows and crumbling facade, sent a shiver down their spines. Despite a sense of unease, curiosity got the better of them. They pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. The air was thick with dust and the smell of decay, and the floorboards groaned under their weight. Old equipment lay scattered, covered in cobwebs and grime. As they ventured further into the station, a strange, faint hum caught their attention. Drawn by the sound, they made their way to a small room at the back of the building. There, they found an ancient radio transmitter, still powered and emitting an eerie static. The friends exchanged uneasy glances as the static suddenly cleared, and a voice began to speak. The voice was distorted and ghostly, recounting chilling tales of disappearances, murders, and supernatural occurrences, all tied to the very town they were in. The detailed stories seemed too real to be mere fiction, and an uneasy feeling settled over them. The friends listened in horrified silence, the reality of their situation dawning on them. Panic set in as they attempted to leave, only to find the door they entered through was now locked. They frantically searched for another exit, but every window was barred, and the back door was sealed shut. The realization that they were trapped sent shivers down their spines. The once adventurous spirit was now replaced by sheer terror. Deciding to split up to cover more ground, each friend encountered their own personal horror. Sarah ventured into the basement, where she faced a ghostly figure that seemed to reach out from the shadows. The air grew colder as the apparition whispered her name, its voice filled with sorrow and malice. Mark, on the other hand, found himself in the attic, where shadowy apparitions chased him through the dusty, cobweb-laden space. The shadows seemed to move with a mind of their own, their forms twisting and contorting in unnatural ways. Mark's heart pounded in his chest as he stumbled over debris, desperate to escape the relentless pursuit. Jenny wandered into a room where disembodied voices called her name, their tones ranging from pleading to accusatory. The voices echoed around her, growing louder and more insistent with each passing moment. The room seemed to close in on her, the walls pulsating with a malevolent energy. Tom was lured into a room with flickering lights and a broken mirror reflecting a twisted version of himself. As he stared into the mirror, his reflection grinned back at him, its eyes filled with malice. The lights flickered faster, casting grotesque shadows on the walls, and Tom felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Meanwhile, Lisa discovered a dusty old diary in a forgotten corner of the station. She opened it and began to read, uncovering the station's dark past. The diary revealed that the station was once run by a man named Harold Grayson, who used it to communicate with the dead. His obsession with the afterlife led to his downfall, and he ultimately took his own life in the very room they stood in. The station had been cursed ever since, haunted by the spirits Grayson had contacted. As Lisa read the final entries, the full horror of Grayson's actions became clear. He had opened a portal to the other side, and the spirits he contacted were now trapped in the station, unable to move on. The friends realized that they needed to break the curse to escape. Regrouping, they decided to perform the ritual described in the diary to break the curse. As they gathered the necessary items and began to chant the incantation, the spirits grew more violent, desperate to stop them. The air crackled with energy, and the temperature plummeted. Shadows danced on the walls, and ghostly figures loomed ever closer. Despite the growing danger, the friends continued the ritual, their voices unwavering. As the final words were spoken, a deafening silence fell over the station. The spirits let out a collective wail before vanishing into the ether. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the door creaked open, revealing the first light of dawn. Emerging from the radio station, the morning sun broke over the horizon, casting a warm glow on the weary friends. They vowed never to speak of what happened, but the memories would haunt them forever. The old radio station remained, a silent sentinel to the horrors they endured, its ghostly frequency waiting for the next curious souls to stumble upon it. And so, the old radio station waits, hidden deep in the woods of Millhaven, a relic of the past with a dark secret. Remember, some mysteries are better left undiscovered.